Hi, I'm Dr. Friedman. Welcome back to Twin Tuesday. I was thinking about the subject of competition within twin pairs. It's a very complicated subject, and it varies, of course, with the type of twins that you are, also how these kinds of situations are handled in families. But it's certainly a problematic situation that comes up, I mean, not only with twins, but of course with singletons. It's just a part of life. But different age siblings, of course, can always use the fact that, they're different, they're older, they're not the same age. So it's not the same sort of discord that happens with twins. I mean, I've talked with twins where with identical twins it runs the gamut. Some will say they don't care who wins in something as long as their twin wins. It feels like we both win. Or another twin might say, you know what, I am just happy taking a back seat. I want my sister to shine. I don't want to have any competitive feelings that's going to interfere with how she's able to feel about herself. And then, of course, in the most extreme cases and unhealthy cases, where you have anorexic young girls, identical twins, that is when the competition seems to be the fiercest and with very life-threatening consequences if situation isn't treated and handled well. I know a young woman who suffers still with this kind of condition with her twin sister, and she's very aware of how competitive feelings trigger her in such a profound way that she's told me she can look into her sister's room and start thinking about what her sister's doing and what she has and where she's going and how she has what she has, and she gets completely flooded and overwhelmed with thinking about the competitive pieces with her sister. Also, when she's a very good student, but she's so competitive with other students that she becomes very distraught if someone does better than she does. And she doesn't want to find out if someone does better than she does because it interferes with her own sense of herself and her sense of self-esteem. And so she said, I don't even want to be friends with the people in my program because if they're better than I am, I'm not going to be able to recover my own capabilities. I'm just going to have this competitive perfectionism eat me alive. So, of course, that's extreme, but it is a given that when you're born at the same time with another sibling, automatically the competition is there. I mean, the competition's there before because you're competing in the womb, you compete when you're outside of the womb. And as life goes on, there's more and more to feel competitive about. So I know that many parents of twins need to be aware of how to handle these expectable feelings when they come up at different developmental stages. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week.